calendar year, Daniel Levy will be stepping down. Why was it so damn sudden? Because they've had a fallout with respect. And there's a variety of reasons. If Daniel has been doing things like soliciting bids, I'm not saying he has, and perhaps providing information that Joe Lewis wasn't aware that he provided, who knows what's happened? But to have this level of instantaneous outcomes will tell you that some of what I'm saying probably is rooted in the degree of something. I mean, it's quite a way for a 24-year-long relationship to end, yeah? And in a fairly acrimonious way. Well, we'll see, won't we? I mean, look, Daniel, was it almost get your caught? Look,
Just lost a watch,
being in the room, who knows? The fact of the matter is that Daniel's gone. They've made a statement. They've gone out and followed it up with a statement saying, we will not be accepting the bids unless it's done properly. That tells you something, doesn't it? That must tell you something. Even the blind must see that something's gone on there. And I would imagine that some of what I'm saying has some real substance behind it. Yeah. Martin's with Simon and myself are with you all the way until 1 o'clock. We'll talk boxing shortly, but not until we've heard from you. 03717 223344. A cause for celebration, or be careful what you wish for. Levy's gone at Tottenham. Let us know.
White and Jordan on Talk Sport with Selco. For the latest special offers, pick up this month's real deals in branch or view online at selcobw.com.
At Tesco Mobile, we're celebrating 30 years of Club Card, and we've got a gift card just for you. Get the Samsung Galaxy S25 FE with Galaxy AI for just $29.99 a month with Club Card prices, saving you £288, and you'll get a £100 Tesco gift card. Now for the hardest decision, what to spend it on. It pays to be connected. Search Tesco Mobile. Every little helps. End 30th of October. Club Card and 36 on credit agreement required. Savings total calculated on contract duration. Terms tescomobile.com/terms.
Turn on NordVPN. It will help you avoid digital threats and will encrypt your online traffic too. Visit nordvpn.com now. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Did you know when you get a McDonald's, you're helping support British and Irish farmers? From the Herefordshire beef farmers to the egg farmers of Lincolnshire. And thousands of farmers everywhere and anywhere in between. For us, it's all about using local ingredients. McDonald's, proud to support British and Irish farmers.
Howden's Trade Fest is on now, and it's the best time to buy kitchen with our biggest deals of the year. So head to Howden's. Purchased by trade account only.
We're Leyland Trade. We could spend the next 30 seconds talking about our big passion, paint. But we can read a room. You just want to know it'll get the job done, and get it done right. So we'll just say this. We've been keeping brushes in business since 1922 by keeping things simple. No jargon, no faff, just top-notch paint. Leyland Trade, enough said. And we've still got a few seconds to spare.
Talk Sport Breakfast, in partnership with Arnold Clark, we guarantee the best used car deals in the UK. Move up through the gears every morning with Top of the Range Sports Edition, ABS, story breaking news, and more gold talks to the gala. Plus, a stellar lineup of super celebrity sports guests and standard. Talk Sport Breakfast, every weekday morning from 6 on Talk Sport with Arnold Clark. We guarantee the best used car deals in the UK. Talk Sport News.
Good morning, it's Emma Kerwin with your headlines. To New Zealand, firstly, where a man who's been on the run with his 3 children for almost 4 years has been shot dead by police. Tom Phillip hasn't been formally identified, but is understood to have been killed by an officer responding to an armed robbery. Only one of his children is with him. We're hearing gunmen have stormed a bus in Jerusalem, killing at least 5 people and injuring at least 11 others. According to Israel's ambulance service, the attackers were killed by a soldier at the scene. The Australian woman who murdered 3 of her in-laws with a beef Wellington laced with poisonous mushrooms has been jailed for a minimum of 33 years. Erin Patterson lured them to lunch in 2023. Lynch was in court.
Shot really no emotions during her last 2 appearances, and certainly today she was being handed this life sentence. She just really didn't react. She often had her eyes closed, not really looking at the judge at all. We saw her.
Nigel Farage wants a judge to be sacked for wishing a man claiming to be behind the 7/7 bombings well in court. Harry Aswat's preparing to walk free, having been detained in hospital under the Mental Health Act. Sir Robert J. and Aswat's conversation in court has been published by The Sun. And Rick Davies, a founding member of the British rock group Supertramp, has died aged 81. He's been battling a type of blood cancer for the last 10 years.
Talk sport with Bostik. If you're looking for professional grade sealants that offer technologically advanced performance, choose Bostik Pro Sealants.
Stuart Pearce questions Jude Bellingham's commitment to the England team, and Amanda Stabley's Middle Eastern Facts Consortium confirmed they are not making a bid to buy Spurs. Nick Cosmore at 11.
The stars come out to talk on Talk Sport and Talk Sport 2.
England, Manchester United superstar Wayne Rooney joins us for a teammate call with baby career. How about Mr. Rooney?
The biggest names in the football galaxy.
I think that shop is top shop with some of the gear he wears.
Sport.
Monday morning, Monday, September the 8th. Jim White, Ben Jordan, Arsenal Invincible, Martin Keown. We're live in Talk Sport. Courtesy of Selco Builders Warehouses, where the trade go. I know where we're going at 11:15. Right here in this studio, we'll be joined by two top fighters. Fabio Wardley and Joseph Parker will be joining us, and the two will go head-to-head in the ring at the O2 here in London on
There's my old
October the
one.
25th. Both fighters are in the building.
Big crack down the back.
Yep, they are.
There.
One's up here, the other's coming up from the ground floor to the 17th floor.
Plus I've
And
got a
they're gonna be
cheap
joining us in this very
back and
studio
front on that.
about 15 minutes from now.
The one I'm on now
We're stuck in Tottenham. We make no apologies
is
for
all
that, because there was a seismic announcement
aluminium.
at the end of last week, and we're going through the implications of
In
it.
fact, we
Daniel
can
Levy, the chairman,
go
gone
underwater with
after
it.
many years at the football club, and it's all change. A source close to the Lewis family, the owners, in other words, heralded a new.
Yeah, I went underwater in the bath with this one.
On-pitch performance.
Got an underwater
Generations
camera.
of the Lewis family support this special football club, and they want what the fans want: more wins, more often.
Up to 30 minutes underwater.
Goodbye. That was me adding that, not the statement. But what does it mean now going forward? And how
But this
do
one-
Tottenham fans look at this morning? Is it a cause for celebration that Levy's gone? 2 trophies.
I've got a cover now on this one.
Or is it a case of be more careful what you wish for?
Saying that, I might just get this one fixed and have it as a spare.
All the way from down under in Australia. Spurs fan David. David, good morning. What do you want to say?
Took me ages to get all my YouTube passwords out of here onto there.
I want to say that metaphorically I've been guzzling bottles of champagne after champagne since I heard the news on Friday. It's interesting that some of the comments today, what has really happened to Levy for once is that he's been out-strategized and out-thought in a game of poker, because the role of executive chairman in the structure is no more. That was his role, so the role is no more. So as an educator,
Just drying the boat out. Had it pumped up overnight. It's got a bit of dew on it.
According to the Times wish list, he's now worth $500 million in his personal wealth. The quote that
Might hit the water later.
he sat around a table with other owners. He's not sure about some of the other owners having the long-term interests of football in mind. This is the man who, when King Charles III came round the stadium in February, the on-the-pitch activity was shown was American football. I've been going to Tottenham since 1977. I wasn't going to watch American football then. And so the fact that people have said he's been made a scapegoat, etc., etc., you know, the fact of the matter is that he's resided over a footballing organisation that's had countless coaches, football directors, won 2 trophies in 25 years. So I'm not crying any tears over him. He's been outthought by the Lewis family. I think it was obvious at the start of the summer when Donna Cullen retired, supposedly, and Cherrington was on the board. He has close associations and works with the Lewis family.
Yeah, but Daniel leaves Tottenham, David, as the most profitable club in Premier League history. Does that count for nothing?
It doesn't count for nothing, because when my old man said to me in the family,
I waterproofed all the seams as well.
The football team, he didn't say that. He said, do you want to come and watch Tottenham, watch them play exciting brand of football, win cups every now and again, but have a go, challenged by some players, not having, the most profitable. Listen, everyone goes, be careful what you wish for, but you guys are all
War
successful in your own
planes.
fields and organisations and your teams. If you had a teammate or a work colleague who turns around and goes, be careful what you wish for, and being resistant to change, you wouldn't want them in your team, would you?
So this is a cause for celebration as far as you're concerned. Thanks for the call. Matt's a big Tottenham fan. Do you go with David, that this is a cause for celebration, Matt, or is it more be careful what you wish for?
1,000,000% I agree. Thankfully, we've got...
Should really go and get one of my radios with them aeroplanes about. You can pick them up.
I'm on the same issue with him on that. I've got to say to you and Simon there, you know, this is karma. This is absolute karma at its finest. Why? Let's go back to Marquinhos, Harry Redknapp, Pochettino, Jose Mourinho, even Ange. Every single one of them, not so much Ange, because he obviously got sacked and won the trophy and it was after time, but obviously what was happening behind the scenes we don't know, and we could all speculate. But the realities are...
Gonna let me boat down in a minute.
Got rid of these people one by one, without even no feelings behind what he's done. Sacking them. Pochettino, not allowed to say bye to his players. And Marquinhos at half-time. Done all this. But you know what? He got karma. Why? Because thankfully, and this is my opinion, okay, and look, reading between the lines, this is how I see it. Joe Lewis, he got hurt. He got hurt in a good way, thankfully, that he got moved to one side, put his football club in the trust, and that trust with Vivian and Charlie, and I hope they're listening, for what they're now doing. Even that, in this terminal,
I ain't even got a SIM card in this one.
thankfully, they done it ruthlessly. Made him step down with immediate effect. Why? Because if you don't jump, I'll make sure I push you.
Matt, stay in the line, because you'll need to be a brave man to face this fella. So Simon, you say in your column in the Sunday Times, would I hire Daniel Levy to run things if I controlled a major football club? Bloody right I would. He's a brilliant administrator, a clever man. He's not a fan should thank for creating a magnificent platform for future success. I wish him well. What is your take when you hear Matt the Tottenham fan? I think it's Daniel Levy working Joe Lewis. If he thinks that Joe Lewis can make Daniel Levy, then he's brilliant. And to make it all about Daniel, to make Daniel the centre of the diary, is entirely his prerogative. The reality of it is Joe Lewis operates at a very different level, probably is even more frugal, more driven than Daniel is. So when you sit there and you want to make it about Daniel, no, Joe Lewis is the majority shareholder. And whether it's karma or not for this weekend, conversation happens, not the party, they go outside the door, whether it's Harry Redknapp or Martin Joel about how they should leave a football club. I mean, let's go up, get to the real how people leave situations, they get paid to leave, and most of the time they didn't get paid for being unsuccessful. Well, Matt, Simon says yours is a ridiculous observation.
Right, now, you know what? I love Simon Jordan, because I just went fishing and I just baited him in. Please tell me, Simon, right? What did I just say in my previous sentence about Joe Lewis? What did I say? You're saying it was ultimately Joe Lewis and Daniel Levy. Well, I don't even want to say that. You put me on that. But I just made that clear, abundantly clear. It was him that put him in that position that made it. But
why are you celebrating? Why are you celebrating Daniel going and Joe Lewis is intellectual capital?
No, not anymore. You can say what you want. Listen, there's no way Joe Lewis, I can tell you this now, and I will put my last dime on it, Joe Lewis would be the one making him jump.
Let me tell you about power and money. It's absolute. And unless Joe Lewis was senile, Joe Lewis would be making this decision. Joe Lewis is one of the most ruthless, focused, money-motivated, money-making machines that you'll ever lay eyes upon. And Joe Lewis is behind this, believe me. And he may well this pass that particular brand of message passes to his grandchildren. I doubt it. In the real world, this is all Joe Lewis. Matt, listen, thanks for the call. When we come back the other side of this break, we're going to be joined in studio by two top fighters. Because Fabio Wardley is set to take on Joseph Parker on October the 25th at the O2 here in London. The two boys will be right here with us live next.
White and Jordan on Talk Sport with Selco Builders Warehouse. It's where the trade go for stacks of stock on hundreds of big name trade brands.
Yeah, it's a lot more responsive, this phone.
More ways to win with our weekly promotion. No goal, no problem. Our payout for the rest. Leaving at the break, celebrate your ACCA early with halftime heroes. 2 goals ahead, ting, rest easy and enjoy the game courtesy of 2up. Celebrate every goal, every twist and turn this season with LifeScore Bets, bringing you more ways to win. LifeScore Bets, total betting. Eligible leagues and markets vary. Full T's and C's apply. 18 plus. Gambleaware.org.
Howden Trade Fest is on now, and it's the best time to buy kitchen with our biggest deals of the year. So head to Howden. Purchased by trade account only.
Don't let your next getaway get away with EasyJet's Big Orange Sale. Get up to 20% off flights and enjoy your next holiday on your schedule. Book now at easyjet.com.
Good little radio, this thing.
Selected dates by 11 p.m. the 15th.
And
25. T's and C's apply.
And oh, it takes normal batteries, which is quite rare nowadays.
Perfect for action-packed on. Smoother streaming. The UK's fastest broadband speeds from any major provider have landed. Gigafast Plus. Out now. Sky. Believe in better. Available to 12% of UK hub. Verify at sky.com/fastest speed. We got it at Selco.
That's the reason why the trade go to Selco Builders Warehouse is because we've got everything for the job at trade price every day. Right now, get a real deal on a 2.4 metre length of 3x2 premium CLS studding, yours for just £3. See online for more real deals on over 70 products across timber and joinery, building, flooring and more. Or visit your local Selco today. Price X VAT at 20%. Get unbeatable coverage of the business side of the beautiful game with Simon Jordan and Tesco Mobile for Business on TalkSport. From Southampton to the North Stand, West Ham to Easter Road. Join the most well-connected man in football for an exclusive look inside the boardroom. This is a long way from a done deal. Simon Jordan's business briefing on TalkSport with Tesco Mobile for Business. Small business or side hustle, get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. For terms and verification, visit tescomobile.com/business. TalkSport traffic.
Greater Manchester, the M60 remains slow near Prestwich at 17. There is one lane closed. 16 to 17 explains the delay around from the M61 interchange. Peterborough queues on the A1139 Fletton Parkway, where it's partially blocked from Stanham Way towards the Neame Parkway and the Hampton Roundabout. Long delays for Greater London, partly because of the strikes affecting the Underground this week, but the A40 is still shut at the Hanger Lane Gyratory. The M20 is closed London bound near Brands Hatch. I'm Sarah Elliott.
Food snobs get up to £50 off IKEA kitchen and dining until the 28th of September. Talking people who don't like coriander, and people who air fry everything. Anyone can get up to £50 off online or at your local IKEA, even competitive bakers. Simply sign up to IKEA Family. IKEA, the wonderful everyday. Available from 8th to 28th of September on kitchen and dining products. Minimum spend £50 for full increase. Visit ikea.co.uk/TLC.
It's a setup chance. Tuesday night of World Cup qualifying football live on Talk Sport. Fabulous stuff. Serbia versus England. Limber up with pre-match team news from 7 with outstretched full-match commentary from 8.
When's that, tonight?
2026 World Cup qualifier live on Talk Sport.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, the 8th of September. It's Jim White and Simon Jordan with you live on Talk Sport. Now, we're a radio station, of course we are, but we're also live everywhere these days on TV, your TV, Samsung, LG, Fire TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, Android, Google TV, even Prime Video, whatever you watch, we are here for you. And I'm delighted to say, not for the first time, the top fighters in the world of boxing choose this show to be on. Usyk and Dubois did it before. Well, this morning we're thrilled because a huge heavyweight fight has been announced in recent days. Fabio Wardley will take on Joseph Parker on October the 25th at the O2 here in London. And have a look at this, and have a listen to this morning, because Fabio and Joseph are live with Simon and myself here in studio this morning. I can hardly believe it. This is brilliant. Guys, good morning to you both.
Good morning. Morning.
Fabio, Joseph, great to have you here. Now, when Usyk and Daniel did it, there was a bit of ego, although
Pardon me.
What about you two? How do you feel about each other? Because first off, Fabio, how delighted are you that this fight, the men in charge have got it over the line?
Yeah, look, it's, that's very important in a career, is not to get stuck, not to stay stagnant, and to know that the people managing you, looking
Parker's
after you,
going to put him to sleep.
those guys can deliver on their word and say, look, if you want to jump forward, if you see an opportunity and you want to go for it, then we can put those pieces together for you, and they have done exactly that for me and for Joe as well. So yeah, there's not much more to ask for. We asked for the job to be done. It's been ticked off. The rest is left to us now.
Wow. How do you feel about it, Joseph? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm just happy that they sort of and agreed to the fight, and I want to keep busy. I want to fight as often as I can. Just fighting once or twice a year is no good. So I'm very happy that we have a fight locked in. There is respect, but we both know that when the fight time comes, all the back is out the window.
Joseph, what do you think of him as a fighter?
I think he's got a great story. Started off white collar background, and he's got good knockout power. Knocked out 18 opponents out of 20 fights. So, and in the last fight, he showed that he could pull out of the bag. It seems to get tough and hard in the fight.
What do you think about the man Parker, Fabio?
I think he's a fantastic fighter with a fantastic career as well. With obviously started out.
Still be able to use this one. I'll just share my Wi-Fi spot out of this phone.
But also to show that grit, that resilience of picking yourself back up, pulling yourself back together, coming off a few knockdowns, losses, whichever you want to call them, and then just take.
But my new one is black.
Top heavyweight, he's put himself in this mandatory position for the WBO with Usyk. So it's nothing beyond admirable. I can't admire him much more in that sense. So yeah, look, I think the honest thing about this is just two plain honest fighters who WBA interim, he's WBO interim, but we're not sitting there just waiting on the sidelines or even going, just give me a nice little easy one so I can think over.
Just testing the battery out. I've been on here 22 minutes.
Where's the big fight
got a really good battery.
Who's the real players in the game out here? And we've gone for each other and gone to lock horns.
Simon, who is this the bigger gamble for, if you like, on the night?
Probably Joe, because without being disrespectful to Fabio, there'll be an element of the boxing world. And
Fabio's going to get knocked out.
Very much. I think they're absolute credit to their industry. I think they're classed in different ways for different reasons. Fabio, because he keeps on finding a way to win, and he probably wants to kill the backstory about the white collar because it's irrelevant now. And Joe Parker, because I think he's just class act at world level. I think he's changed the fight he's coming into play. He's not the same fighter that I went to watch Peter Jeff against Anthony Johnson. He's a different animal now. Completely. For myself.
But I think now, Joe is mainly for the WBO shots.
And the fact that Usyk is playing hide and seek with his shoulder right now doesn't help the situation. But for Joe taking this fight, if he loses this fight to Fabio, if Fabio were to lose this fight, with all due respect to him, a lot of people will think it's fake to him that he might lose this fight. This is a real world-level operator. This is a real world-class operator. Of the world. So if he loses this fight, it doesn't destroy him, perhaps in the same way that it damages Joe Parker. Because Joe Parker, in most people's eyes, will be expected to win this fight. Not his eyes, and perhaps not the reality of what will happen in the ring, because he keeps on finding a way to win. Every time you put him in against an opponent that people think is going to cause trouble for him, he finds a way to win. He finds a way to win. But what is about this fight is a brilliant fight. It's a fascinating fight, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You were nodding in agreement with Simon there.
Yeah, I was agreeing on the talk of since the fight was announced, that the general talk is Joe is the obvious favourite, and not that I've come in to lose at all, but I'm expected to lose because he's more proven, he's more experienced, he's been at world level before, and this is my first step into that realm. I'm really dipping my toe. I'm jumping headfirst into the water, really. So yeah, the general conversation is that I'm expected to lose in this, but I
think that's been a running theme for
I'll
how many fights now.
show me boat.
This is the step too far, and this is the step too far, and like Simon said, every time I seem to find a way to win. There's many qualities that it takes to be a world champion, and maybe not doing things perfectly, but finding a way to win is one of those as well.
A lot of people saying I'm a favourite going to the fight. I don't see myself as I'm treating this as my championship of the world fight. That's how you should treat every fight. I'm taking this fight very seriously, and I've been building my back to New Zealand, and I'm in Ireland zoning in on what I have to do to prepare for what's brings.
Are you disappointed in any way, Joseph, this morning that we're not here talking about you playing music?
No. I can just fight whoever's in front of me. Anything else, that fight will come down the line. If it does, great. If it doesn't, so be it. But whoever's in front of me, that's what I'm going to deal with. I mean, we respect it. Of course, we respect it. We believe them. Look,
Hello mate, how you doing? Two of them valves open really easy. But one of them I'm going to have to prise it open. What can I prise it open with? Some kind of blunt instrument, I reckon. Some tools in here. Oh, that's risky now, I think. Using that. Thin nibbed pliers, that's what I need. That's kind of awkward. Might be because I put quite a bit of air in it. I bought like a battery operated pump. Right, where are the pliers? Here we go, look. In the toolbox. Possibly. Got tools everywhere. Anyway, I hope this phone's working alright. Should be. Yeah, obviously I just don't want to dig straight into that valve. Otherwise we'll be getting more bangs like we did yesterday. Which is quite a mad video, that one yesterday, where the big fire. Unbelievable. Right. In fact, make me jump. Sharpest tool in the box. There's bound to be something in here. Could bang the decks on for an hour. In fact, we might do that, shall we? Shall we bang the decks on? We'll dive back out there because I've got half a spliff in the tent. I could do with opening that valve. Why in the bottom bit they've used a little valve, I've got no idea. It might be something to do with pressure, but who knows. Boom. Currently got 3 tents set up. I'm going to be taking that one down though there, with 2 tents up there. And we're going to be hitting the water later for a little splash about. Yeah, I'll be live from the river. Luckily this phone can go underwater. Right. In fact, I might better fit a few, just a backpack in the boat as well. Going to be taking a radio, just in case we start sinking. Luckily, I'm quite a good swimmer. And I was a Sea Scout. There you go. In fact, where is that big radio? What do we do with that? So I'm just looking for me. I do like my new Clark. It's going to be going up there, and them ones. I think my birthday clock's better though. I'm going to get one every week. Might even buy one today. That one there I bought with my mate Jez. That's probably the maddest one. And that's really heavy. Hear a burglar coming up the stairs at night. Pick that up and throw it at him. Not that a burglar would even get that far. I'd be alerted by then. And out come the chef's knives. Oh, there's a normal pair of pliers. Because you can now give an intruder a good whacking. Whereas years ago, if you touched a burglar, you'd get arrested as well. But the law's changed now. So if the burglar comes in and he's got a big knife and he's coming for you, you're within your rights stabbing him. There you go. I remember the case of Tony Martin. I was in prison. I was in Lincoln prison with Brendan Fearon. Anybody that knows anything about that case? Because that other lad that was with him got shot and he died in the house. And the bloke went to prison, but he come out. And to be honest, yeah, you should be able to let your gun off, but he just point blank shot him. I don't think that's right. No matter how scared you are, he was collected enough to take a shot and hit the target. But I think Fearon, he climbed out the window, he got it in the legs, because he used to walk around the exercise yard like limping and that, where he had all the like shrapnel in his legs. But he was alright. He used to give me his newspapers every night. Yeah. Lincoln prison, man. Full of Scousers, Manx, and just, it's where they put people that, there's a lot of Manx in there, and a lot of Scousers. I think what they do, if they're too much for their own prisons, they put them in there. Yeah. And I was just the only one from my area or anywhere. There was no Londoners in there. But to be honest with you, I found all the Northerners quite friendly. Yeah. Lincoln prison. Very old prison. It's probably the furthest away I've been in a prison. Would be Lincoln, I think. Otherwise, I've just been to Canterbury. I've been to Elmley. I've been to Holiday Bay, or Holiday Bay, should we call it. I've been inside Chelmsford Prison when that Cray bloke was in there, but I only went in there to have dinner, because what they did, when they were taking people from Kent to the young offenders in Suffolk, obviously it's a real long journey, so what you do, you stop off at different prisons. Yeah, I stopped off there when I was 17. Spent my 18th birthday in there, driving on a ban twice. And about £1,600 worth of fines I got through in with it as well. Yeah. Always get your fines thrown in. But I think now what they do is, if you don't pay your fines, I think what they do now is bang you up. You still got to pay your fine, but back in my day you could put your fines in there as well. Yeah. Community service, I never did. I got given community service on a number of occasions. Never turned up to do even an hour of it. On a Sunday I was still out in my nut, man, with my mates, tripping and that, and going to like raves. Yeah. So what did they do with that? They converted it into probation. Then I got breached on the probation, I think. Yeah. I was a bit of a bail bandit. I just never used to turn up. They still give me, they come and collect me up, hold me in the cells all night, put me before the court, and I used to get bail again. But one time I didn't know. Driving on a ban twice, she looked at me, she said, right, you're off. She was about 86. I thought, what? I'm off? She said, you're off to Rochester for 2 weeks. And I thought, fucking hell. That's the first time I've been in prison, was then. That was a wake-up call, trust me. At 17. Then again, I'm glad I experienced the young offenders, because it makes prison look like primary school. Do you know what I mean? Prison's a lot more grown up. In young offenders, it's just very violent. It was, probably still is. So obviously got people walking around claiming they're the daddy. Fucking daddy or what, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was crazy in there. But all I could see really, this bloke called Hills said he was a daddy. But to be honest, I just think he was a bit of a bully. Because he was like, what was he, 21? And the actual ages for the young offenders was 17 and 21. As soon as you hit 21, you went to adult prison. And I often used to look at this Hills, and I used to think I'd love to get up and just smash him around the head with a fucking chair or something. Because I was just as tall as him. I was quite tall. But he was obviously 20, he was more developed. But yeah, I'll tell you a story. The first night we got there, right? Me and my pal, we just landed there, do you know what I mean? Don't know anything about anything. Don't know anyone. It's like, you got rooms, and you got like, it's like a dormitory. You got your own room with a key. There's a toilet at the end. And me and my pal went to the toilet, and I was washing my hands, and unknown to us, this Hills was the so-called daddy. He's walked in, he's turned around to, well, I don't know whether he's talking to me or my pal, but he said, give us all your fucking backy, right? And before I could even after I finished washing my hands, I thought, fucking, here we go. I thought we've only been here 2 minutes. A bit in my head, I wasn't giving anybody anything. But before I could even say anything, my pal's turned around, he said, no, you can fuck right off, right? Do you want to know what the daddy did, right? He got his fags out and gave us one each. See, they're just trying it on, just trying to tax you. Yeah, crazy. Fucking, yeah, very violent place. Because there's not just council estate kids in there, there's kids in there. And I'll tell you what, they must fucking Must be a nightmare for them. Do you know what I mean? Coming from an environment where you've never had a fight or you've never run about on the street, or do you know what I mean? Crazy. Fucking. Saying that it was an experience at 17. Like, did my 18th birthday in there. That's why I can never forget it. Plus, them Essex boys, I was there in 88, they were there in 96, so I was there before all them. I knew some earlier Essex boys. In that Holiday Bay, all it's full of, right, is fucking people from Norfolk, Suffolk, Kent and Essex. It's crazy. Because I can remember getting in the wagon and everyone sounded like me. You know what I mean? I'd never really been anywhere at 17. Not heard a lot of accents. Anyway, we got out of the wagon and everyone sounded like Bernard Matthews. Do you know the geezer who does the turkey? Like, we're all sort of drawn out sort of accents, and I thought, fucking hell, where am I? And they said, you're in Suffolk. And I thought, you know what I mean? How far up am I here? And then I heard some voices, and they were like Essex voices. If you scoot back in my videos, you'll see, you'll be able to watch about the night when I helped to like a lad escape. This kid from Chelmsford escaped, and he's basically stuffed his pyjamas in the bed and dived out the window. They had like windows and that, and people used to abscond, and they reckon at Christmas there's no one there. But all you get, right, for running away is an extra 2 weeks. So if it was your kid's birthday or your missus's birthday or something, you know what I mean, you got to get out. But a lot of them used to dive out and they used to get caught again. As soon as they got caught, because we was in the open wing, and as soon as they got caught, that's it. There was knife point, whoosh, up the hill, which is all locked in. But where I was only in there for driving on a baton, I was like in the open bit. But yeah, I did think it'd be funny if I did a runner, but then I thought it's all right for the Essex kids because all they had to do was go from Suffolk straight into Essex, whereas I had to go from Suffolk into Essex, possibly into London and then to Kent. Even though I can get from from Essex straight to Kent. In fact, you can come across the k2 bridge, or you can come across the way I did before. I went from Gravesend on a boat to Tilbury, I think it went, or somewhere like that. Yeah. But anyway, I did my time, and I got out. And I got loads of days back. You know, do you remember I was saying I was a bit of a bail bandit? Well, anyway, they used to capture me. If they caught you on a Friday night, you weren't getting into court till like Monday. And what they did when you were sentenced, I could claim all these days back. And I wrote to the sergeant there, and he said, he wrote back, "Hello Phil, you was here quite a lot, mate," and he put down loads of days. About 3 weeks I got back. Did you get all the time back? Yeah, got out of there. I thought, I'm never going back in that place, man. Fucking nightmare. I don't care who you are, man, or how hard you are, or whatever. In there, man, it's just fucking hectic. Honestly. Crazy place. You have to like really be, well, on sort of alert and on the ball. But yeah, crazy, eh? See some mad fights in there. I've seen people get like pool balls battered around their head over like a Mars bar or a radio. Just really trivial things. But yeah, fucking, I thought I was going to go to Feltham actually, or Dover had a young offenders back then, but for some reason we went to Holiday Bay. They call it, it's Hollesley Bay, but they call it Holiday Bay because it is a bit of an holiday in the open bit. And I worked in the main stores with a little black dude called Sammy. Proper funny fella. God, I doubt I'll ever forget that. I can even now remember the layouts and all sorts. Fucking, again, it's not something you forget in a hurry, to be honest with you. Especially when you first walk through the door and all the other youths all look round at you and go, everyone's looking at you. Fucking. What's the best thing to do? Fuck all, just march around like you own the place, man. Don't give a fuck, man, that's the best way. Just keep your head down. Saying that, you still get the odd psycho. When I was in Lincoln, I had some mad psycho bloke. He come in my cell and just started acting really fucking edgy. I thought, right, as soon as you fucking do anything wrong, I'm just going to get off my bed and just fucking remove you. But anyway, he left. And then the next day I saw him on the landing. And what did I say to him? I went, you all right, are you? He went, what? Like fucking right going into one. And I just laughed, carried on walking. I thought that was the best thing to do. Fucking, I think he was on drugs or of some description. Proper rattling kind of fellow. There's plenty of junkies in there, man. Fucking, I think they're all spice heads and that now. They're all just sitting there dribbling. And obviously you got the Muslim gangs. Glad I'm an old man and I'm not in and out of there now because I probably wouldn't get along. But anyway, kids, anyone watching this, I know that I've got quite a few young people that watch. Keep out of trouble because crime doesn't pay. And all them gangsters you see on YouTube, they ain't real gangsters, man. The real gangsters move around in the shadows and nobody really knows. That's the truth. Yeah. Crime used to pay a bit in the olden days. But now there's cameras everywhere. I won't tell you what me and my pals used to get up to. Right, let's go and pop this boat. I think it's because, how much battery have we done? Well, it's approaching an hour. And I'm still on 78%. Quite a powerful battery in this one. And I've got a big case on the back here. What I've got to get though is a bit of that perspex stuff and that screen. And again, I don't think it can hit the screen because the case comes forward a little bit.
look like, that we have clarity, and after the things are clear, intensity will come, accuracy will come, this will follow. But first of all, that's how we want to assess here. The teams that you play. So you can't really judge. And Dora, I mean, you say, was it 14 games since they've scored a goal? Do you know how many shots they had in that period? They just sit on here to their box. If you'd have beaten 10-0, everyone would go, well, what was used to that? They're rubbish anyway. So, obviously, cool. You know, if anyone can let it down, we're going to qualify for the World Cup. No, we're not going to do that.
I'll try and find something to put the boat in once I've rolled it up. Anyway, I'll be back later.